XXFM.
This is Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. Welcoming in the studio is a first-timer on the show this morning, and he is running for Lieutenant Governor of Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome candidate for Lieutenant Governor of Texas, Mr. Michael Cooper. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, KG. How you doing this morning?
I am doing very well. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am Michael Cooper. I am a candidate for Lieutenant Governor of this great state of Texas. And I'm just trying to make a difference.
Yeah.
You know, I've lived here all my life. I've been on the highway forever, and I've seen a lot of things where we have social, economic disparities amongst African Americans, minorities, Hispanics, Muslims. We see the bullying on the air, on television. We hear about it. We've been living it. So I decided to stand up and make a difference.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what made you, not what made you, you just told me that. Have you always had an interest in politics?
Well, I've always been an entrepreneur, businessman, and so I've always paid attention to politics.
Mm-hmm.
Actually was a business major, went to Lamar University, matter of fact, graduated there, finished up my master's in psychology in January. And so I've always been knowledgeable about the parties, different parties. But, you know, one thing I saw, and first of all, I wanted to say, still praying for the people at Harvey. You know, we were affected in Southeast Texas there in Beaumont, and you guys here in Houston have been affected. And we've been trying to do our part to make a difference there also. But at the end of the day, when I started seeing people want to take tax money, like DeVos and Dan Patrick and Greg Abbott, they're trying to take our taxpayers' dollars. And they're trying to use that for voucher system in order to send their kids to private schools. So I had an issue with that. I had a problem with that. I have a wife I've been married to for 30 years. She's been teaching for 25 years. And we need to spend that money in education. It's sad. You know, a lot of people talk about, politicians talk about numbers and percentages, but it's hard not to talk about it. You're talking about a budget in the state of Texas, $236 billion. Mm-hmm. And only 37% that goes to education, and only half of that ends up in the classroom. Dan Patrick's talking about bathrooms. I'm talking about classrooms. So when I heard him continue to talk about who's not going to be allowed in the bathroom, we're going to worry about this, but they're worrying about the wrong thing.
Right.
We need to educate all people. You know, a lot of people say, well, who are you? Well, I'm also a pastor. That's right. But, you know, I'm not just one of those pastors that's going to pray and then go back to bed. Hey, my dad used to say, put some feet to those prayers. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I drove over here through the highway on 59, got stuck in traffic to try to make it here, and going to be just left El Paso on Saturday night. So all of these things that are happening, I'm trying to make a difference. And it starts with education. All people perish for lack of knowledge. And we need to educate them. Now, I'm not just talking about everybody needed a master's or a 4-year degree. I'm talking about even vocations. Where in high school, we used to have trades, and we used to teach people plumbing.
Yeah.
You know, a plumber can make more than a school teacher.
Wow.
So why wouldn't you want to be a plumber? Why wouldn't you want to be a school teacher? But it's a shame, though, that you can go get a 2-year degree and make more than a school teacher. So I have an issue with that also. So our teachers are underpaid.
Yeah.
They're talking about building a wall. But I say take the money for the wall and give it to our teachers as a pay raise.
Well, according to the man that said we're supposed to get the wall, Mexico's supposed to pay for it.
That's right. So he's changing every little thing. And that's what bullies do. Bullies lie. And they have these things now called alternative to the truth. Mm-hmm. Well, when I was a kid, my mother used to tell me to tell the truth. And if I told anything that was alternative to it, I got my rear end tore up.
And Mr. Cooper, and what's even more dangerous about that is that people who speak the truth are being silenced.
That's exactly right. But you know what? I'm 6'6", and with this hat on, I'm almost 7 feet tall. And so they're going to have to deal with me. So guess what? Someone told me, boy, you need $8 million to run for that office. All I need is 8 million voters. That's all I need. I can make a difference with your voice. You may not have a dime. You may be struggling through the hurricane, but guess what? They cannot silence you. Listen, I was there. I saw when people like my father and my aunts and uncles fought for to get through the Jim Crow laws and all of those things. See, there are a lot of folks that don't have to deal with that, but I've had to deal with that. A lot of folks say, why wouldn't you run as a Republican? Why you run as a Democrat? Because they won't fight for you. My job is to fight for you. I am looking to be lieutenant governor that is inclusive, not exclusive. I want to include us for the first time ever. I didn't even know I was making history. Someone said when I registered with the Ethics Commission there in Austin, Texas, that I was making history just by even registering. I said, really? No one that looked like me, talked like me, act like me, lived on the side of town that I lived on, never registered. And that's the reason why I decided, because of things like that, because someone that look like me, talk like me, need to be my voice. I want to be your voice. When I go to Austin, you're going to have my cell phone number like you have now, KG Smooth. You're going to have it, and everyone else is going to have it. When I go to Austin, a piece of you go with me. I'm your voice. Use it.
Indeed. You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to Mr. Michael Cooper, Pastor Michael Cooper.
Call him for dinner.
He is a candidate for lieutenant governor of this great state of Texas. To your question, when people asked you, like, why are you running as a Democrat and not a Republican? And then you said, because you want to fight for folk.
That's right.
I think that that's the Democrats' problem.
Yeah.
They don't fight enough.
You have to fight. You have to fight with a pencil. We're getting pencil whipped right now. And we have to fight with a pencil, and we have to fight with legislation. Someone told me, said, well, you start off at the top. Where have you been all your life? I said, I've been raising 4 kids. I've been married to one wife for 30 years. I have 3 kids in college right now. And right now, it's not even a good time for me to do this. With 3 kids in college, my funds are limited. But guess what? My vote's not, and your vote's not. So we can make a difference with our vote. We have to vote. We have to get out to vote. We have to rock the vote. We have to tell folks to vote. We have to register to vote. And we have to silence our critics. Too many times they say, y'all can't get organized and you can't come together. Well, this is the time we're going to prove them wrong. We're not going to be like the crab in the bucket. We're going to pull each other up and not push each other down. We're not going to step on each other. We're going to change it. And when Harvey came, that's when I realized that this is actually viable. This is actually can happen, because we saw people that were black, white, red, Hispanic. They were pulling together. Everything was coming together. And if we can do that for a week, we can do it for an entire generation. And it starts now. We want to change it right now. We want to work together. And I don't care if you are a Republican. I don't care if you are black or white. I want to stop the divisiveness. I want to come together, fuse together. Because the issue in my neighborhood is going to become an issue in someone else's neighborhood. If we don't find things for these kids to do after school, if we don't get them back and forth to the homes and extracurricular activities, and now it's like a privilege to play on the football team. It's a privilege to be in the band, because those kids don't have transportation. Single household parent, they can't pick them up because they have 2 and 3 jobs. Now they're not using the money to bus the kids after school. So we're trying to come up with different things all over the state of Texas. The same problem I have in Beaumont is the same problem in Fort Worth, the same problem in Dallas, El Paso, Austin, San Antonio. It is the same problem. Over 51% of the students in Texas are Hispanic, and then another 28% are African American. So we're it. They're down to 20% where you're talking about Caucasians that are even in our public school system. That's the reason why they want to get rid of that's the reason why they want voucher system, because they want to go somewhere else and leave us with dilapidated schools, torn down schools, and no way out. Well, I'm here. Somebody told me, they said, why can't people pull themselves up by the bootstraps the way you did? I say, because of the fact the bootstraps are broken. Some of them
they ain't even got no boots.
Come on, Doc, you on. That's exactly what I said in Collin County. They don't even have boots. So my job is to go in there and make sure they have the boots. They have the access. Why is it we're here in the 21st century, 2017, and our classrooms are still overcrowded and we don't have computers at every desk? My daughter's in the 7th grade and her backpack is 50 pounds. She don't weigh but 56 pounds. And they should have a computer at every desk. If we have enough money to build a $9 billion, $18 billion wall from Brownsville to San Diego, we have enough money to make sure the classrooms are up to date, up to par, up to code, to where we can educate our kids quickly and precise and right now.
You are absolutely right. You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to Michael Cooper, who's candidate for lieutenant governor for the state of Texas. When you said that people ask you, what is your experience? What have you done? This, that, and the third, and you said, "Hey, I'm a pastor. I'm a businessman. I'm all of that."
Yeah.
To me now, since Trump is in office, I don't think people have the right to ask that question anymore.
Right, but you know what? But when you look like us, they ask us those questions, and we have to be ready to answer those, and that's okay. I'm good with that. But Trump actually gave me hope, because he doesn't look like a regular politician. That's the reason why he's giving them a hard time. And I believe that I can give the other side a hard time and do the same thing and ask the right questions and go to both sides of the streets, Republicans and Democrats. Everyone deserves good health care. Everyone, watch this. The reason why we don't have good health care is because they never even thought about it, because they always had good health care. But when Obama came for 8 years and pushed it and used his signature and his power of his pen, that's the only time they want to talk about it. But it's hard to repeal and replace something that you don't care about. So they can't replace it because they don't have anything to replace it with.
Well, they are currently, as we speak, still trying that after
they're still trying.
Failed.
It failed and failed because they don't have anything. Because
they are still trying to.
We are intelligent people. We cannot talk down about ourselves. We are intelligent people. Someone talking about a drug dealer, a gangbanger. Let me tell you something. A gangbanger, a drug dealer, he has to be great with numbers. And let me help you out with something. Our folks are great with numbers. So
yes.
the problem is we don't speak their language. We need to speak their language. We need more folks like us, like my son that's 24 years of age, that's in Kansas right now, that has decided to be educated because he found out that in New York City that there's only 1% African-American males that even teach that look like them that's in the classrooms. So he's even thinking about getting his education so he can move to New York and make a difference. One person touching another person, making a difference to many. That's what we're trying to do, make a difference right now.
Indeed. So, what is it that the community can do to help lift your name?
Well, I need you to go and get these numbers. Matter of fact, I need you to go to our websites. Go to twitter.com/Cooper for Texas, and then go to facebook.com/vote for Cooper, Texas, and then go to voteforcoopertexas.com. Any of those websites, or Google Michael Cooper campaign for Lieutenant Governor of Texas. Contact me and get a hold of me. You need a yard sign. I need your signature. If you're a registered voter, I need your signature so I don't have to pay all the money. But if not, help donate some of the money. It's expensive to do this. There's another candidate in the state of Texas that decided to run for different offices, and they're coming to the table with $2.5 million. They come to the table with $4.5 million. Well, guess what? I don't have that kind of money, but I do have people, and I do have supporters, and that's what it takes. And if you have $5, we saw Obama raise the most money with people that are normal, everyday folks that's
on
giving
the
ground, boots on the ground, $25, $27. Go to there, donate to the campaign, do what you can, go out, pass out. If you have to write it on the paper, vote for Michael Cooper at your church, go tell everybody. I don't care if you're Catholic, I don't care if you're Presbyterian, I don't care if you're Methodist, I don't care if you're agnostic. You need somebody that's going to have your voice, that's going to be in Austin, Texas. And this is only the beginning, because if we roll over on people like Abbott and Donald Trump and let them know that we're just going to take any old thing, guess what? They're going to serve us any old thing. They used to say the old adage was injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. And it's everywhere right now. And we have inequalities everywhere.
Indeed. What's the website where people can go get more information and donate to the campaign and all of that?
Absolutely. As I said earlier, twitter.com/Cooper for Texas. Also facebook.com/vote for Cooper, Texas. Also voteforcoopertexas.com. Or if that's too hard, just Google Michael Cooper, Lieutenant Governor of Texas. Just Google us.
Okay, and we will. Sir, thank you so much for coming on the program. Mr. Michael Cooper, who is running for the Lieutenant Governor of this great state of Texas. Log on to his Twitter and Facebook to show some support. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, KG.
Good Sunday morning. You are listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth, welcoming a couple of first-timers on the program this morning. Please welcome Mr. Henry Keculah Jr., and Miss Brittney Gantz.
Hi.
Representing, what are you all representing? You're representing 4.0 GPA LLC.
Yes, and what does 4.0 GPA stand for?
Yes.
Stands for growth, productivity, and accountability. And we help students prepare for college and also go into the career of their choice.
Yeah, and now, Henry, I understand you have a very fascinating story. Tell us your story.
Just starting off, I grew up in Houston, A-Leaf, Texas, single-parent home. When I was in high school, I failed 6 classes, had about a 2.5 GPA. And after that, I was homeless as well as a high school student. I wanted to go to the University of Texas, but my grades were not up to par. Had an ACT score of 18. But I shot my shot. I applied, and I had the opportunity of getting accepted into the top public university in the state of Texas. And I actually won a lot of scholarships. And so now I take those same skills and I share it with our community and the nation to help students be successful.
So what was the turnaround for you? I mean, what what was the thing that clicked that got your grades up or that made you want to focus and take it seriously?
It was coming up in a household. My mom did not go to college, and that's something that a lot of people in our society experience. A lot of students in our community, they never had parents that went to college, and my mom was not aware of what a GPA was, and I was not aware. And so once I had the opportunity of one day sitting with a valedictorian, I was able to learn what tips were needed to be successful in high school and apply for colleges. And that allowed me to have that turnaround, have that transformative impact, because I started to meet people and I became more motivated by understanding the process. And once you have a process to follow, you start setting goals. And once you start setting those goals, you start achieving them.
Absolutely. So, Brittney, how did you get involved?
Well, I believe that everyone has, opportunity to actually own a home, and I wanted to be able to encourage students and let them know from an early age that there are opportunities and programs out there that would allow them to live their dream, and purchase the American dream of home. So I got into that, and also speak to the parents and let them know that there are programs like down payment assistance programs that would give you up to 5%, free money. So that's how I got involved.
I like this, teaching them real early, because, let's just be honest. The system is set up for us to kind of stay ignorant to a lot of the things and the different ways to obtain, houses, cars, but anything. The goal of the system was to keep people of color down. So for you to start this early with instilling that in the minds of adolescents, that says a lot. So this afternoon, you all are having an event at the YMCA. Let's talk in A-Leaf. Let's talk about what's going on this afternoon.
So what's going on? We actually are hosting a series of events at this location once a month and sometimes twice to give back to the community. We're showing parents the secrets that every student and parent should know when preparing for college. And we want everyone to be able to have the opportunity to go to college regardless of how much to make each year. Because some statistics, only 21% of students from low-income backgrounds graduate from college within 6 years. That's fascinating. What happens to the other 79%? Some of them go to prison. Some of them end up dropping out. So in this event, parents will learn about GPAs. They'll learn about the importance of the ACT, SAT scores. We will show them how to win scholarships. Last year, we helped several students across the city of Houston win scholarships. And some of these scholarships range from $25,000 and up. And we're going to show parents how to take advantage of that. We're going to show parents and students how to improve their grades, how to take advantage of time management, and be successful. Like, for example, Brittney went to Worthing High School. Worthing High School is on the verge of shutting down this year. It just shows you that our community, we have a lot of talent within our community. So we have people that represent 4.0 that came from the most struggling, impacted neighborhoods in the city of Houston that are doing pretty well.
Yeah.
And she graduated from the top 3 business school in the United States. So we're giving them tips that they will need to be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just think it's a great opportunity for you also to come out and learn some about, the home buying process, because a lot of people don't know exactly what's the first step or what do I do next. And, I would love to give that information to you and help you guide you through the process of even buying a home. So, and it's great to have somebody there that's going to make you help you make an informed purchase. So you want to be an educated buyer, and that's what I'm all about, is educating whoever I help buy a home. So.
Indeed. You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to Henry Keculah Jr. and Brittney Gantz from 4.0 GPA. Brittney, to talk about obtaining a home. I was in the process of purchasing my first home or condo, and going through the motions. I just wanted all my ducks in a row, get that credit report right, just all, how it goes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Obama administration had a lot of things to help first-time home buyers to make it easy. There were a certain amount of monies that were available, or different programs for first-time home buyers. Just a lot of things to make it easier if you're trying to buy a home for the first time.
Definitely.
This new administration not so much. They are rolling back a lot of President Obama's policies and legislation. I think it's kind of unfortunate and sad, and I also feel like it's almost like this guy in there takes it personal that Obama did all this stuff, so I got to undo it. But they've made it tougher.
Yeah, but there are some new great programs that are out there. For instance, there is, conventional loan is normally a 5% down payment. So you say $5,000 times $200,000 home, that's $10,000. But the program that's out there for first-time home buyers is that you can get a down payment, for 3%. So that saves you money right there. And also, if you go to tsahc.org, you can take a free quiz that'll let you know if you qualify for down payment assistance, and that is up to 5% in grants. So there's your down payment cover right there. So there are still great programs out there available. And for you to qualify for a FHA loan, which requires 3.5% down, you only need a credit score of 580. So, you're talking, decent credit. So, yeah. So there are still great programs that are available to you. But a lot of people just don't know because they're not working with the right realtor.
There we go. This event this afternoon, clearly it's two-part. It's one part academics education, the other part real estate education.
Right.
And the event starts at 1 p.m. at the YMCA A-Leaf location at 7850 Howell Sugarland. Howell. Is that one street? Howell Sugarland Road is one street.
That's correct.
That is where it is going to be. Back to the education component. We have first of all, Henry, this is amazing, like what you guys are doing, because when I heard you speaking on what you all will be doing this afternoon at 1:00, it got me to thinking about something I read, might have been yesterday or maybe Sunday, that the Department of Education, with these whole vouchers and they're pushing the vouchers with the with kids being able to choose and all this. And I'm like, this is just gutting out the public schools, taking away all of the money. So lower income families and children will just end up being messed up in the end. And it just boggles my mind. I'm like, where is this country going with the way that we are doing things right now? So what you're doing this afternoon with helping these students and the parents is very viable, because who knows within the next 10 years if public schools will even be around.
That is so true.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And that's something that we totally agree on. That's very important, because when you look at public schools, you see that they produce phenomenal students. And we feel that people should have the choice of going where they want to go, but at the same time have an opportunity to be successful.
Right.
And going back to Brown versus Board of segregation, that actually still goes on today, where every school does not have the opportunity to have the same resources as a different school in a different zip code.
Yeah. It seems like that redlining is still alive. I'm sure you know all about redlining, Brittney, you being in real estate. What else should the people know about this afternoon?
And also, we have a second series focusing more on real estate. That's going to be October 8th at 2 p.m. And Brittney is going to be providing a leeway for that segment. But on today's event, we're actually going to have free food as well. So you will receive free food, you receive free information.
That's a way to get them out there.
Yeah, free food, information, free prizes as well. And parents will have the opportunity to walk away with some of our material that will show their kids how to be successful with time management. You have 168 hours within the week, and normally teenagers spend 6 hours a day on their cell phone. So we're showing them how to be more successful, be more productive, and cut back on the Snapchat, the Instagram, the Twitter, and how to spend your time preparing, winning $25,000 in scholarship funding. Yeah,
that's going to be dope. So if you're not doing anything this afternoon, 1 p.m. at the YMCA A-Leaf location at 7850 Howell Sugarland Road here in Houston, they are going to tell you the secrets that every student and parent should know when preparing for college. So, thank y'all for stopping through. And I've got an open invitation for you all when you have your next session or whenever you want to come on the program.
And one more thing, if you go to our Instagram at 40gpa.com, we're doing a homecoming giveaway with Valente at West Oaks Mall. So students that were impacted by Hurricane Harvey, they have the opportunity of winning a free suit. And some of the people that come to this store, Calvin Murphy has his clothing line there. So you have the chance of winning a free suit for prom by just writing a 500-word essay on what did you learn from Hurricane Harvey. That's for free.
Okay, and give that information. Where do they need to go?
Go to our Instagram page, 40GPA. That's on Instagram. Click the link in the bio and apply, and you have the opportunity of winning a free suit for homecoming. If you're not using it for homecoming, you can use it for job interviews, and this will be very helpful. And one more thing, if you have a child in high school, make sure you create a LinkedIn account and start networking right away.
Nice. That's dope. Thank you all so much. Brittney Gantz from RE/MAX 4.0 GPA and Henry Keculah Jr. Man, I appreciate y'all coming through and sharing this information.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for listening to Access Houston.
We'll be back with more Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.